This is what's left of Clifford's fort. It was a fort built in 1672 by a guy called Lord Clifford, who was a very powerful man in the government at the time. And it was built in 1672 because we were always at war with the Dutch during that time. And he wanted to protect the river mouth here from any kind of Dutch invasion, although the Dutch never came close to threatening this part of the country. I believe that this fort was perhaps a smokescreen for maybe more devious things like smuggling, because one of Clifford's very good friends was the governor of Plymouth Castle, and he was a guy called Edward Villiers. And Edward Villiers built the lighthouse at the priory there, and he also used this as his main base because it's strategically at that time it's a bit more important than the priory. You're right at the entry to the river here. So Villiers kind of had interests in this place, and his ownership of the lighthouse at the priory brought him into conflict with the Trinity House, who owned this old lowlight here. And so when the guns fired actually on this fort, it would blow out the lantern in the old lowlight. So I think Villiers had certain interests. He extracted a toll from every passing ship from his for the use of his lighthouse, and I guess this is a place where he was able to smuggle goods in, or that's just my guess, I don't know, but I know for a fact that the Dutch never really came close to invading or even threatening this part of the country. But another interesting thing about this place, Clifford's Fort, is that this was actually the location of the very first settlements and dwellings at North Shields, the first shields, if you like. I think there was a row of 27 kind of turf huts for fishermen to dwell in, and you've got to remember over there, that's Union Street over there, that would have been the other side of the Powburn River. So the settlements were along here on this sandy spit of land. The Powburn River ran all the way down there, and on that far side of the road there was a jetty, which we'll come to in a moment. So this has got a very ancient origin. This is the first seed of what North Shields grew into, and this is what remains of Clifford's Fort.